moving along. We see Jorden van Foreest. He's opened up, looks like a Sicilian, against Hans Niemann. Jorden showing us that he's in a fighting...
The bottom live board looks like a Streshnikov, but this is not the typical way to get there.
Yeah, but it did get there.
It transposes.
Yeah, it got through via a different move order.
Okay, so d4 played, and now black has, well, a couple of ways to play this. Knight c6 is one idea, and a6 is like the can variation, very flexible, but knight c6 is the main move. White develops the other knight, black brings the knight there, and now knight b5 trying to come into d6, and this is how we get the Streshnikov now. We go d6, white attacks this pawn again with bishop f4, and now we get e5 because there's no other way to defend this one, and the bishop now comes to g5 because it's a big fight for the d5 square, and this is very important to try and get rid of the defender of that square. And if we very quickly go for the Streshnikov, you might need to help me here because let's go for it. The Streshnikov, which we mentioned is a very good opening for black, I think will come about via e5, knight here. You don't really want to allow that coming in.
d6.
And now you go bishop g5, and I believe they're the same positions.
Yes, and then normally black does a kickback of the knight with a6, knight a3, and we have a whole like strategical battle happening with white trying to take control of the d5 square and black going for like aggressions.
Yeah, so let's have a look. So it's all theory, so we'll go a little bit further. So the knight has to go to a bad square. Black takes advantage of that. This is main line, but white's trump, not Donald, is this square on d5. So the knight comes into that square.
But this is like a modern way of playing it, and I would say it's also high risk, high reward, because once the pawn structure changes, you can go bishop takes f6, and that would be like a more classical way with the queen coming out. Then you go knight d5, and then you go about maneuvering so that an a3 knight gets...
bishop takes, sorry.
Yeah, it's a different kind of position. You can take with the queen, you can take with the pawn. Yeah. It's black's choice, and then here you're going to play it slowly with knight d5, c3, knight c2, knight e3, you know, and in the meantime black is getting ready with f5.
Yeah.
So it's a different type of game, but once you go knight to d5 immediately, then there's going to be a pawn imbalance from the get-go.
Right, so bishop e7 pretty much forced.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to break this pin at some point. And now bishop takes f6, and now taking is not quite as good because you don't necessarily want your bishop here. If you capture, you might want your bishop defending your king when you castle. So bishop takes is the main line.
Yeah.
And now c4,
which is another move. You kind of want to accelerate the play, force black to compromise the queen side with b4. You don't want to be going bc4. That just invites the knight into the party.
Yeah, so closing it down. But the downside of this move is you help this white knight, which is badly placed, come back into the game. And it's all about this d5 square for white. I mean, black does have the d4 square. This is, in this variation, very important as well. at least you can go knight takes. So Hans very quickly plays
C6.
clever move, because that pawn was a goner anyway, so he wants to distract the knight away. You don't have to take it, but he has now gone back and taken it. And now bishop c4, clearly Hans' idea. Trying to break through this way. So if you go bishop c4,
Knight e5, queen takes. What about queen takes g7? Although I'm not sure about this. I feel like white is the one that is better once all the pieces come off and we're in that pure knight endgame.
yeah, this ending, I think Jorden has to be a little bit careful, because you're playing against this outside pawn,
And the king is very quick to come into the center, so
yeah, I guess black is okay, but it's going to be most likely a draw. But okay,
yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I would even want to touch that one, because
no,
the white king is going to be very quick to move to the middle and start attacking the queen side pawns and the knight. So I mean, again, this is a position where all three results are possible. So probably you don't want to go queen takes g7. You need to go back knight e5.
so let's say you go back here, so your knight can take, and now if the bishop takes, we take the knight. And I don't think Jorden should really be in any danger, because the white king is always under a lot of pressure. I know the black king is, but the black king is kind of like using your opponent's pawn to block it. The checks is a good strategy.
h5, h6.
Yep, sure, yeah, let's go for it, h5. And the reason I don't think Jordan's ever in danger, because he just seems like he's going to have enough checks, but that's playing for a draw. I don't know if he can play for a win here easily. Yeah, h6 is not. Now if I take this one, let's go greedy, because that is an annoying pawn.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Equal on material now.
And
Knight and queen, so complicated. So
well,
complicated.
we don't have to wait long, because Hans
He moved his bishop
moves
out.
bishop out.
Bishop to c4.
Yeah. Okay. So these two have made the time control. Maybe we're going to be expecting Jorden to put his knight back into e5. He does have a little bit of pressure, but Prague is in big trouble against young Adomush.